Welcome back to KiteFoil Racing in Australia, National KiteFoil Series, Round 2, Perth, Western Australia. Brought to you by Flymax Australia and Gin Kites. And I am joined here again by Tom Haggerty. Tom, give it to us, mate. What are we looking at here?
It's round 2 of the National KiteFoil Series in Perth. This is race 3. Building conditions, we were meant to do 3 races, break, and then 3 races, but the race committee opted to do 4 races in a row for today. So we've got people that rigged big and are stuck out there. So people making a decision whether to come in and change kites, which I believe Hector did in this race.
Yeah, he's out for this race, and a few others decided to change down. So you will see people DNFing here and there, including Jane, I think, on hers. But
I think the decision had to be made because you've got huge wind coming through, stuck out in there a 15-metre kite. To miss the race, use it as a drop, and then go small might be the right way to go.
Exactly. So strong sea breeze, standard course, 2 laps windward leeward, port rounding, split the gates, and then around for the finish. And yeah, like you said, Tom, there's going to be some big kites out there. A couple of small ones too. I'm on an 11. I switched down early, risking a DNF in race 1. Here's the standing so far. We've got Tom at the top, mate.
Oh, that would be nice.
You win. We've got Scotty and Hector at the top, 1 apiece. And then the middle ranks are forming up as we expected. The fast guys competing there, and then the middle group. What do you see there?
Yeah, everyone sort of finding their place. You're going to have a lot of switching around in that middle group. Not as much consistency as their lead two.
Yeah, and look, there's some up-and-comers shooting through, and the top guys, a few of them having a few dramas, but a lot of guys looking to see if they can get it straight now and have a good result. So tough conditions in that there's a strong sea breeze, but it's a steady Perth blaster here. So
it is. I think Ludo's still out in the blue kite there. That's 15 metres, so a few people still. Darren on an 18 metre.
Yeah, and a bit less traffic here with Hector not in there too. So let's see who can get out in front of this one. This should change it up a little bit. No Hector.
You can see a bit of sag at the back there of the pin end.
Ludo had a shocker there. What happened? Just went flying off. Something
gone paragliding.
Yeah, just too much. It was getting really strong. I remember because I had an 11, and as it got stronger, I thought, here we go, I'm a chance here. I can hold this 11 down. But yeah, some people really are going to start struggling now. But what you do see here again is those guys that are really good are still holding down these big kites and doing really well. So heaps of black R1s there in the middle as usual. Lando down the bottom there cooking away hard on the Diablo, and this is another view of that start again, a bit more on board here. What do you see here in the start, Tom?
Yeah, a bit of nice spacing actually. It's a very clean start, no one getting tangled up, which is always nice. Got Cooksey right there on the air rush setup.
Is that Phil at the top there?
That might be, yeah.
Phil, Alty, Oscar Tim's there, is it? Or is that Jake? They're both so bloody quick, I can't tell. But yeah, they're
you can see Lando's made it.
Great for him, G. Lando, sorry?
Lando out there and...
is that him in front there, isn't it? Or at the top corner?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Low and fast off the start line.
Yeah, see, this is the ironbark footage off the jetty here again. You get a really good view here. Lindsay is a fantastic photographer and
just amazing. World class when it comes to all sorts of sailing photography.
Yeah, we can see the kites here too. So those geodrill kites, that's Ben Harper or Marvin, and that will be Marvin in that position there, I believe. Darren holding down that paraglider there. And yeah, we've got Alty and Cooksey up at the top. Those guys hold such high lines there. Really good VMG. Going to be interesting to see what happens there. No Hector in the front, so how close are those boys going to be to Scotty? And who's going to get the second place in this too? There seems to be a real big battle for third, and that'll be a battle for second here.
That's Scotty there, flying out in front.
Scotty just going his standard turn and burn, just absolutely flying away. And will he be able to do it again and give a black eye to this fleet and go out in front and just cross him? He is so fast out of the gate.
His upwind speed was just unbelievable to watch. He's disappearing in the distance. Going for an early cross here.
Oh, just got that back foot back in there. He was fumbling around for that back strap. That could have been horrible.
Now, I believe Scotty started the day on an 11 metre, so Hector's gone in to change from his 15. So it might have been the right call, going out in a smaller kite in the lighter breeze.
Yeah, and I did the same. I rigged that 15 and I realised, here we go, Perth sea breeze, this is going to nuke. So I was lucky to get in, and Scotty was too.
And look at that gap he's got.
With his dad supporting, having the wonderful kite caddy Murray on the beach, doing a fantastic job, Dad.
He was our beach marshal, did a great job.
Yeah, really good. So, yeah, look at that. Scotty has just smashed him out of the start again. So he is away and flying on that VMG2. really making that kite work. It's obviously a bit of a difficult kite, but in the right hands, that thing is, absolutely fast. So,
well, he certainly makes it work.
Yeah, and Teo de Romacourt, those sort of guys, just absolutely flying on that thing. So, yeah, Scotty just hammering away there, going out to sea, looking for that lay line at the top. And I'm really interested to see this battle for second here. So let's see. Scotty's obviously just going to run away here. Doing a great job, but let's have a look at this battle for second place. Who is going to be there? Oh, you'd have to think Alty, right?
I think Alty, Lando, Cooksey, maybe Dr. Phil if he's on his game.
Yeah, Phil can turn it up so well. Like, you kind of forget he's racing there sometimes at the back of that group, and then there he is, second or third round the top mark.
It's a beautiful shot at Cooksey there.
Cooksey doing very well. That's a beautiful board foil there. He's on that Air Rush Gold, the full new design of the foil and board, and they are absolutely beautiful kit. It really does seem to go well. For Cooksey, last season's kites, he's on R1 V3s. If those kites are going well, he's as fast as anybody.
He certainly
but
is.
They might be getting a little tired now, I reckon. He's famous for doing around the worlds on them. So,
or trying to at points.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So here goes Scotty around the top mark. Look at that.
Huge lead.
What did he do? He is racing the fastest guys in Australia. He has just set a rocket launcher on that thing and he's gone.
I reckon he might have a little torpedo on the bottom of his foil.
That is
Look at him go.
done. And is that Alty there and Alex? Yep. So this is our normal Sunday race we see here. Here's what you normally see. Those three there. And normally Hector inverting an Ozone R1 on his R1 V2s he's had for years and put 20,000 hours on.
Not anymore, hey?
But not anymore. Now he's on his quick gear. And this is on board with me. You'll see a bit of shonky riding here from me, knocking up wind on my old freestyle bar, but look at that field, and this is get a feel for coming up to that top lay line here. I think that's Darren in front of me, so
just holding on to 18
or something here. And this is what it looks like getting upwind in this sea breeze. It's obviously getting choppy when you go out deep here.
Yeah, still relatively flat though for such a big breeze.
The lay line, and I think I've probably gone past it a little bit just in case I chuck this tack in the water.
Sometimes a safe option's good there.
There we go, I've made that one. But you'll see a few of these guys getting around the midfield and starting to head down in there around that top mark. So this is the view cutting back into JVOC on this classic Frio Doctor Southwester.
That's Jervis Bay Sailing Club, JVOC, who hosted our event.
And what we'll see now is look at that run down there, go those guys hammering down that back straight. And this is the view from the ammo jetty again, courtesy of Ironbark. That's Scotty lit up as usual down that back straight, flying away from the pack. Alty, Cooksey, Lando, Marvin, Dr. Phil will be in there. Phil will be in there as well. So Phil's having a good race there.
And then Oscar.
Yeah, so look at that grouping. Like that
very tight there.
That is an incredibly fast group of riders. I mean, you turn up at a club race in a normal place, you don't have people coming 7th through 8th like that are absolute rockets like those guys there.
And these guys are going fast.
There's Darren,
great competition.
Logan, Jane Taylor there, I think with the green leg on with the pink helmet.
And Jane doing very well. She's recently new to the sport as well.
Jane was on a 15 on day one, so really struggling to hold down that monster kite and doing really well at it. There's me there bringing up the rear. And this is the battle for second place. So
Cooksey here, about to put in a job.
Cooksey R1 V3. He likes to come in on starboard with right into that bottom gate. Seems to be his jam. And Alty going further down, a bit deeper.
Alty's chasing down Scotty, trying to wait for him to make a mistake.
Back. Yeah.
Don't think that happens very often though.
Yeah, I heard Alty say at training the other day. You used to be able to rely on people to make mistakes back in the day, and you just can't now. Like, why isn't anybody making mistakes anymore? He used to just wait and pick them off. But it's just not happening now. Like, everyone's doing clean races, and the 2-lap race, you don't have time to make an error. So
short and fast, you fall in once, it could mean 200 or 300 metres, and it's your race over.
Yeah, so you see these top guys, they just have to get those errors out of it. And largely they have, so
it's all about consistency to win these races.
And that's Bree coming in, and Darren and Oscar all coming through those bottom gates together, and Logan on the Durotone Daytona Indy combo.
This was a relatively small bottom gate. Lots of traffic in there, gets a bit tight sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it feels narrow when you're going into it at full speed.
Yeah, 35 knots downwind, honking in. Yeah, it's even worse with a couple of catamarans chucked in the mix. But bad enough with 4 or 5 kites with people throwing them in the water and all sorts.
This is a beautiful shot. You got our lead pack followed by our mid pack.
Yeah, look at that. What a beautiful place to race this is. It absolutely is gorgeous. And what tends to happen is this inside run on the left, you can get a bend around that point. So people head in there and you can pick up a bit of a shift, right, and get a bit of advantage if you go that way.
Yeah, usually in the sea breeze, you've definitely got better off going left. You just sort of lift all the way up around the bay.
Yeah, but look at that beautiful wind. It's such a shame that we didn't get a chance for everybody to change down and be on their small kites. You've got a bit of a tough mix here at 15s. I think Jane actually DNF'd here and had to go grab a different kite and go down. But you'll see in the next race, a few more people have just DNF'd and skipped a race and come out. But
it is an interesting strategic decision whether you think the wind's going to rise, so you rig small, but it is a risk because if the wind doesn't come in.
Exactly. Yeah, and look, we went out before the sea breeze came in, and it's pretty classic of JBSC. You know that sea breeze is coming, but you don't know how strong, and you don't know what time. So you can either Julie Patarau going through there, the female rider from Mauritius,
crossing Bree there,
coming through, crossing Bree, and here goes Julie with his jibe. Let's check this out. She's going to go for the foot change.
I believe this was the first kite racing she'd ever done. This regatta.
First regatta, yeah. She's been practicing on this old Mike's Lab foil that she's got, and she's very fast in a straight line and gets the foot change there. Beautiful work. There you go. She is away and jiving. And who have we got here? Is this Jane? That could be Jane. Putting the kite up there to get the back foot in the strap after the tack.
Get locked in and go.
And yeah, Bree out in front of her there, so she's chasing it down. That is Jane. You can see the green lead on the weddy there. And here's this mid-pack heading up to the top. And Scotty's already around that mark, gunning downwind. You can see him flying there. Alti chasing him down. And yeah, so this is a good picture of this middle pack too. You've got a lot of people here gunning down after that first group. And this is beautiful racing, really. What a fantastic location.
You can see Scotty just with that substantial lead again. He's not letting anything go, even though he's got it. He's still pedal to the metal, showing what he's got.
Yeah, look at that. He's absolutely flying away from them. So,
and I think poor Hector's on that beach just in behind at the club there. A bit of a kite mare getting rigged up.
Oh, man, he'll be spewing trying to get back out there. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this next race goes with Hector on the right size kite. This is going to be a really good test of where these two are at with their little battle at the front. And who we got? I think
Boris with
Boris, taking through on his 13 metre, holding that down very nicely in the strong conditions.
Flying back to the bottom gate here, watching the finish.
Yeah, we'll get down to this bottom gate and see. We should have Scotty coming through very soon. And then we'll look to see who's second. Maybe Alfie will come through second. So
here we go, Scotty.
Here they come for the finish.
He's gone pretty wide there.
He's gone really deep on that lay line. He had tons of room, right? So
cruising in now.
Smart tactical choice there from Scott. Just go deep. Overlay it, take your time, you have a look over your shoulder, and just have a bit of fun, reach it into the finish. Just looking super comfortable, nicely powered, right size kite, no mistakes.
Very rarely ever see Scotty or any of those top guys make mistakes. It's amazing to see their consistency.
Yeah, Scotty, of course, on the Levitas R5, a very good, Olympic quality, super stable foil on the large wing set, I think, like the standard one. He loves that kit. He's doing really, really well for Levitas. Can't wait to see him in some international comps as well once this whole COVID thing's over and we can get back to some things. I'm really looking forward to seeing where he sits internationally on the VMG2 and the Levitas R5.
So am I.
He's right up there, surely. And interestingly, Hector is too, so it's going to be really interesting.
Good. We want to see some Aussies on the circuit.
That's it. And the pace is really lifting. There's been so much coaching work with Ryan Palk. And the Australian team have, really trying to go to that international standard now. So these front guys, we'll be seeing these guys at international comps here. Alti on screen as well is another one. They really are stepping up to a good professional level. And we're seeing the results here, some really great racing. So Alti really did well there. Clear in second place.
Alti's a great sailor. He often...
Lando on his heels.
Yep, often's just sitting there and he just picks people off one by one as they make very small mistakes.
He's clever, isn't he? He always...
big crash just before the finish.
Marvin was racing in. Who was he racing against there? Cooksey.
That's big Cooksey.
So they were doing a flat-out drag finish there.
Cooksey putting the pressure on.
Yeah, rewind that one, guys, and have a look at that. I must have just ventilated, hammering into the line.
He still got over in Beer's position though.
How good's the reach finish, eh? They come around that mark, you get these beautiful drag races.
Tell you what, your heart starts thumping when you're racing someone at top speed, getting up towards 40 knots doing a reach like that.
Oh, that would have hurt. Marvin would have taken a beating there. Lucky he's a tough bloke. That would have been an absolute eyelid terror, that one.
Yeah, scary stuff.
Yeah. And who have we got next in this back group? So we should be seeing, Bree, Ludo, the Tim's boys, Dr. Phil, of course. There you go. Look at the speed on him too. He's just honking him. What's Dr. Phil riding these days? Mike's like bullet 6 or something?
I think he's got a bullet 6.
Bullet 5, bullet 6.
Yeah, he's got all the bullets.
Yeah, he's got everything. He's got every kite, every foil, every bit of gear. Tariq for the foil board, I think.
Yeah, he's got some new gear I think he's about to show us. There we go, Oscar.
Oscar Tim's on a free ride kite, free ride foil.
Yeah, the F1 Escape foil. Beautiful bit of gear.
Give that young bloke a Diablo 5. I just want to see.
I think he's keen as well.
It is going to be great. And that is Jane Taylor, pink helmet. And Darren.
Just getting Darren on the finish line.
Darren chasing down there and not quite getting it. So Jane getting in front of Darren. That's a good effort. Darren's been at the club a few years. He's no slouch, mate. He's a quick rider.
Oh, he certainly is.
So, yeah, great finish there. And, yeah, another fantastic race. That was one more race to go today. And there's the results. So, got a couple of...
good job on another bullet, Scotty.
Yeah, so Scotty getting 2 there for Hector's 1. So we've got 2 to 1. Let's see what happens in this fourth race.
Got Alti being consistent.
Alti clearly they're looking at a bronze medal at this point. He's right up there in third place. Lando right behind, but not able to find the pace to catch up. He should be on that pace in that top group. He's just not quite there.
No, I think it won't be long.
But yeah, let's see. I don't know what kite he's on there today, but...
Yeah, I think it looks as 11 metre Diablo 5 there.
Right, could be, or 15, I don't know.
No, I'm not sure.
But let's look to see how he goes with the rest of these races. He should be up the top, and Marvin as well. So we've got some really good contests to see how these unfold here too. But great performances from everybody today. And yeah, good to get underway with Classic, just nuking Perth sea breeze. So,
yeah, it's just a normal Sunday racing. If it's not 25 knots, something's wrong.
Yeah, we kind of expect this like clockwork, It just comes belting in, and if it doesn't, everybody's like, where's my bloody sea breeze?
Yeah.
Look at that beach too. This is where we launch most days over here when we're not racing from the club.
Bit of training.
Yeah, so, just world-class location. And thanks again to Flymax, the sponsor, and Jing Kites and Performance Kites Australia.
Thanks, Derek.
Thanks, Tom.